After an intense labor, Pompom finally gets to rest and snuggled up with her three newborns. In this video, we'll take a closer look at their first 72 hours of life. We'll be sharing every precious moment in this crucial period. If you'd like to see how Pompom's labor unfolded, including a challenging breech birth, do check out our previous video by clicking the link in the top right corner. It was an unforgettable experience. And now, we get to witness their next chapter of their journey. Let's get started. It was 1:34 a.m., about 1.5 hours after the last kitten was born. Pompom was still panting, her body is adjusting to recover from labor. Her kittens lay close around her. They are half dry and looking fluffier. Pompom has been doing an amazing job keeping them warm and grooming them. Cats are naturally drawn to enclosed spaces for safety and privacy, and we did prepare a covered nest for Pompom, so we placed it nearby to see if she'd like to use it. Sure enough, she decided to move in, but she only moved one kitten, leaving the other two kittens behind. They were still within her sight, but we weren't sure why she did that. Perhaps this is why we sometimes see mother cats temporarily leaving some of their kittens behind. It could be an instinctive way to manage their litter or to test out a new nest. Meanwhile, our cat Nini peeked into the area curiously. While some mother cats can be very protective, Pompom didn't seem to be bothered by her presence because Nini was never a threat and they built a strong bond since they were young. Approximately 2 hours after the last kitten was born, the kitten started wriggling around for milk. Most kittens start nursing within 1 to 2 hours after birth, but some may take a little longer before they start latching on. As we watch these little ones latch on, it's amazing to see how quickly they find their way to Pompom's milk, especially considering the fact that they lack sight and hearing at this stage. It's really important during this time that the kittens latch on well, as it helps them get the vital colostrum. Colostrum is only found in the mother's milk, produced in the first 24 to 48 hours after birth. It is filled with antibodies and essential nutrients that boost the kitten's immune system. You can tell if they are nursing properly if you see their little mouths working and their tiny paws will knead on their mother's belly. This will help stimulate milk production. Some cats carry this instinct into adulthood, which we commonly refer to as making biscuits. Kittens are born with an instinct to suckle. But in those first few hours, they're still learning how to get comfortable with nursing. Pompom is really a great mom. She's calm and patient, letting them take their time to latch properly. After giving birth, Pompom must be exhausted, so we make sure Pompom gets plenty of fresh water, milk, and nourishing food to help her recover and keep her milk supply strong. We didn't want her to leave her babies, so we fed her with a spoon. This was her favorite tuna with milk, but somehow she didn't want it now. Perhaps we'll feed her again later. Since newborn kittens are so tiny and delicate, it's important to keep track of their weight daily to make sure they are growing well. Newborns typically weigh between 80 to 110 grams, and they should steadily gain 10 to 15 grams every day. If a kitten isn't gaining enough, it could indicate issues such as difficulty nursing or insufficient milk supply from the mother. So we weighed and recorded each kitten's weight, making sure they were on track. And by the time we finished, it was already 4 a.m. We made sure everyone was safe and sound, and we finally took a moment to rest. It's day 2. We woke up to find the kittens looking clean, dry, and extra fluffy. Despite being a first-time mom, Pompom is doing an amazing job caring for her little ones. To keep her strength up and support her milk production, we prepared a bowl of steamed chicken soup, a nutritious meal to help replenish her energy. She also loves drinking kitten milk replacer or KMR, and she prefers to drink it from a syringe. KMR is specially formulated for kittens and nursing mothers, providing essential nutrients without upsetting their stomachs. Just a reminder, cats shouldn't drink cow's milk. It can cause digestive issues and an upset stomach, so always opt for a safe alternative like KMR. The kitten's umbilical cords have already started to dry up and shrink. It's a natural process and it's best to let the cord fall off by itself. Removing it too soon can cause bleeding or even infection. At first, we lined her nest with a soft t-shirt to make it cozy, but Pompom pushed it away. And also we noticed the folds of the fabric could actually be a hazard, making it harder for the kittens to nurse and even increasing the risk of suffocation. So we switched to a disposable underpad, which is safe, flat, and much easier to keep clean. Pompom accepted it right away, and now they have a secure and comfortable space to rest. To give Pompom and her babies some peace, we set up a fence around their area. It's not a full barrier, our cats can still jump in and out as they wish, but for now it creates a safe space for Pompom to settle in without too much disturbance. Pompom stepped out for a break and met Nini. But instead of their usual greetings, Nini hesitated and walked away. Maybe Pompom's scent is different after giving birth, and Nini just wasn't sure how to react to the new mom, but we're sure she'll get used to it soon. Meanwhile, the kittens were curled up together in a little cluster, keeping each other warm. At this stage, they can't regulate their body temperature yet, so staying close like this helps them feel safe and cozy. Even though Pompom is nursing, we offered a little KMR as an extra boost. Only kitten number 3 drank from the syringe, while the other two weren't interested. We didn't force it since this is just a supplement. We'll try again with them at the next feeding. It's day 3. We've upgraded them to a larger enclosed tent. Kitten number 1 still didn't want to drink milk from the syringe, but kitten number 2 has now accepted it and is drinking so well. And to our surprise, his eyes were already slightly opened. Kittens typically open their eyes between 5 to 14 days after birth, so this little one here peaked early. Even though his eyes are open, his vision is still blurry and he's relying mostly on his sense of smell and touch. At this stage, their ears are still folded and their ear canals are still closed, but in the coming days, their ear canals will start to open and their ears will gradually stand. By around 4 weeks old, they will have much improved hearing. For now, they navigate the world purely by instinct as well as staying close to their mother for warmth and security. With all their nursing, we noticed a brown ring forming around Pompom's nipples. This happens when dried milk and kitten saliva mix. We also check her nipples to make sure they are not too sore or swollen. Mild soreness is still okay, but if they become excessively sore or swollen or have any discharge, it could indicate a bacterial infection called mastitis, which requires immediate medical attention. And that wraps up the first 72 hours of their lives. An intense but incredible start for Pompom and her little ones. Also, quite the experience for us too. This is just the beginning of their journey, and we're so happy to be a part of it. Thanks for spending this time with us. If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you in our next video.